Welcome back in, you guys. This is the second edition of the Northwest Georgia Basketball Weekly Roundup Show. I guess that's what we're going to call it. We're going to start off this show. Well, first off, I'm here joined by RJ Casey. I'm Benton Burge, as always. Lawrence and a couple of other guys are not going to be able to make it tonight. Making some real money. I think Lawrence he's a double shifter if I've ever seen one. But anyway, we're gonna start doing something a little different every week. We're gonna do like the men's and women's, or boys and girls, whatever you want to call it, teams of the week, and we're also going to create a little graphic for them so they can get their shout out. And we'll talk about how they're doing, maybe even post their rosters, stuff like that, so you can see who's on their teams. And we're going to talk about the games that we've seen. And I'll just start it right off. And I watched a big matchup in Single A, the boys. I watched Darlington come to Tribe Pride Arena and pull off a victory against the Chattooga Indians, which coming in, I'm pretty sure most people pick those two teams to be, I guess, the two most talented teams. I'm not sure who people would pick to win the region, but Darlington got the upper hand in the early game, and it was close for throughout the game. And second half, Darlington just did what they needed to do to win. I think it was a 69-53 final, which was a big win for Darlington. Also, Lawrence wanted to make sure that we mentioned the on the boys' side, the Dalton boys. I'm going to pull up here how they're doing. I haven't.
I know they got a big win over Heritage the other night.
Yeah, and they're definitely in team of the week category. They're sitting at 6-0 right now in that region. Region 5, they played a couple out of region games. They got wins over Lafayette, Heritage, Southeast Woodfield, Northwest Woodfield, Kahula Creek, and then they just beat Heritage again on Tuesday night, 61-46. I forgot. We'll start rolling some of these scores. The scores that are rolling now are from last week and Saturday, and then later on I'll throw Tuesday scores up, and then we'll get to our teams of the week. What about on the ladies' side? Let's hear a little bit on the ladies' side, RJ.
Yeah, you mentioned Dalton for the boys. On the girls' side, Lawrence wanted us to mention Adairsville. Adairsville, I believe, only has one loss on the year, and that was to a Sonoraville team that only has one loss on the year as well. So Adairsville playing very well early on in the season. They look like they're going to be a tough team to beat in their region.
Yeah, the Adairsville Lady Tigers have wins over Armurchie, North Murray, like you said, a close loss to Sonoraville. Also wins over Woodland, Gordon Lee, Ringgold, and Ridgeland. And a win over Kahula Creek on Tuesday night, 58-47. So they're sitting, like you said, at 7-1 and looking good out the gate.
That they are
4-0 in Region 6 AAA. All righty. Some of these scores is popping across here. I've noticed that some of the teams that have went deep in the football, like teams like Bowden, I think they may have only one game under their belt. So if we don't mention Bowden, it's because we're waiting on them to fire their season up and get some more games in, and then we'll bring them up.
Yeah, I noticed that Cedartown is kind of like that as well. They have a couple, maybe 2 or 3 games in their schedule done by the time their football players get back, and Cartersville that way as well, I do believe. And then it's a lot different from football shape to basketball shape. So it takes a bit for those. I know those kids are all young and energetic and all that, but it takes a little bit to get acclimated to the different sports, and those teams will look to get right in their region play.
Yeah, mentioning those teams, I know this is the basketball show, but I was down there in Atlanta for the Cedartown game, and man, that was a heartbreaker, man.
Yeah.
I feel for the kids and the coaching staff, and what a great season they had. That's all I can say is what a great season
Yeah.
to put you in position, to win the game at that point.
Yeah.
Against a really tough team. I mean, that team was tough, and they battled with them the whole time, and just short. But congratulations to Cedartown on that.
Yeah. Cedartown's a team that I don't think this is going to be a one-time thing.
No,
I think they're set up for at least a couple of years, especially with the head coach they got and the staff that they got. I think they're set up for at least a couple more years.
I agree. Alrighty, I'm going to go ahead and jump into our teams of the week. We'll start. We'll go ladies first, and you should have a lot to say about this group because this is the group that you covered. But the team of the week for the ladies, Pickens Dragons, the Lady Dragons, or what are you calling them? The dragon? Is it the Dragonettes or
Yeah, Dragonettes.
Anyway, they're going to be the team of the week, and I got a little banner with the information about them. Currently 9-0. Sandy Spill has them ranked number 6 in AAA. They're outscoring their opponents 535 to 319, and the internet says they're led by Brandon Thomas. I hope that's correct.
Yep, that's correct. He just surpassed 200 career wins a week and a half ago.
Sweet. And then also we'll give their lineup a little love. Put some names out there, and tell us about some of these players. I know you've watched them a lot. Who's the players to watch on this lineup here?
Well, everybody knows about Caroline Mullins. She's one of the best guards in the state, one of the best upperclassmen guards. But Bella Hopkins, number 12 there, does a lot for this team. Ellison Steinhauer, the freshman, she's come on like a house of fire. Early on in the season, she's gotten a start the last couple of games, and she's proven she's going to be really, really good. She's already really good. I don't know if she's done growing yet. She may keep growing, but she's already proven she's going to be a problem these next couple of years. And I mentioned those girls, but some of the unsung heroes of the team really are Emma Gleason. She's one of the two couple seniors that they've got on the team. She gets in there and she does the dirty work. She's maybe 5'6" like she's listed, but she gets in there. She does the dirty work, gets rebounds. Does good inside. She can hit a three if she needs to. And then along that same line, Briley Deering. She is a tough young lady. She does track as well. She's probably always going to be one of the fastest girls on the court. She will hustle. She will if she can get back to you on defense, she will get you. And she's tough-nosed girl, and those are the type of girls you need. Mention Emmy Moore. She probably had one of her best games of the season at Dawson on Tuesday as they defeated Dawson to stay undefeated. She hit several threes to increase the lead. And Madison Powell as well. Madison is another unsung hero on this team. She does a lot for the Nets, and Coach Thomas has it's a team mentality pretty much. It's a team that gets it done, and they don't have like a true you could see that someone's going to be the leading scorer. A different girl's going to be the leading scorer every night, and no one's going to be like 25, 30 points or whatever every night. It's going to be 15, 12, 13, 10, 7. It's going to be a collective effort.
Collective effort. There's no one person that a team could point at and say, "Hey, if we shut this person down, then we can beat this team." So you don't have that. So that makes it even tougher.
Yeah, it's a different girl every night, and that does, like you said, it makes it tough. And right now they're 9-0, number six in 3A according to the Sandy Spiel polls, which I kind of I'll I'll be accused of being a homer, but if
Max
yeah,
Preps,
yeah,
which
you
Max
haven't, you
Preps
haven't, yeah,
started
Max
ranking.
Preps has them at two
Yeah,
behind Hebron Christian
yeah, I seen
and
that.
number 12 in the state of Georgia.
Yep,
And
I seen that.
so, no, I'm going to be accused of being a homer, and that's okay. But I don't think you haven't lost any games. You shouldn't go down in polls. That's just me.
Yeah,
But 7-3A as a whole is tough. It's going to be tough the whole way, and you got a tough one on Friday night coming to town with Lumpkin.
absolutely. We might as well just jump into talking about that game because I was looking at Lumpkin, 8-1 on the season. Max Preps has Lumpkin ranked the number 8 team in the classification, number 42 overall of any classifications in girls. So they're right there around, and they're scoring a ton of points. I mean, they're like I said, they played the same amount of games as Pickens, and they've scored 624 points. Where Pickens has scored 535. That doesn't necessarily mean anything. I mean, the competition could be different, but
Yeah.
scoring a lot of points. I've seen a couple times putting 70 plus and putting 90 plus up. Uh, how do you look for this game to go? And where's this game at?
It's in Jasper.
All right, that's a big advantage for Pickens.
Yeah. We talked about Lumpkin a little bit. Lumpkin's defending 3A state champion.
Hmm.
They've already got that one region loss to Wesleyan, so they are going to come in knowing that they probably can't afford to take another one so early, and they're going to come in ready. They brought everybody back. I believe they brought everybody back from their state championship run, so they're a tough team. Obviously, like you said, they put up 90, put up 94 on West Hall. Poor West Hall was the brunt
Yeah.
of that after they took a loss to Wesleyan in overtime. So it's going to be tough. I think it's going to be a defensive battle. I think it probably winner's probably going to be in the mid to high 50s, if the low 60s. If I had to guess, it's going to be a tightly contested ball game, and maybe like you said, it'd be a big advantage that it is in Jasper, and the home crowd will affect the outcome of the game.
Well, let's take a look at this right quick. We're talking about two teams from this region, man. I think Tim Towers said this before. This could be one of the best basketball regions in the state of Georgia right here. You got White County right now leading the charge. They lost their first game. They're 10-1. They've won 10 straight. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not sure the competition they played, but I mean, winning 10 straight, that's doing something. So you got White, Pickens, Lumpkin, you said defending champion, and Westland, which has a win over Lumpkin. So I mean, wow. And Dawson County is not too shabby themselves.
No, they're
So
not.
you
They're
got
not.
the
They're
man,
not too shabby. I saw that game against Dawson and Pickens on Tuesday, and you know Pickens was able to get them in a little bit of foul trouble and was able to go on a run in the third quarter, and had it up had it up by 22 at one point, and then Dawson uh, made a little run, but Pickens was able to get that 16-point win, 62-46. But it was a tough 16-point win. And
yeah.
so I think if Dawson wasn't in so much foul trouble, it may have been a whole lot closer. But yeah, Dawson's no slouch, and Lumpkin is obviously Lumpkin. Wesleyan's obviously going to be really good, and White County's proven they're really good. They've got a lot of tall girls, like 5'8", 5'9", 6', 6'1" girls. So that's always tough to deal with, especially
Oh yeah.
especially defensively.
Yeah, what a region there. All right, I'm gonna slide right over into the boys. The boys team of the week is the Christian Heritage Lions. Christian Heritage is firing on all cylinders. They're currently 5-0, ranked number 2 in Sandy Spill's A Division II, outscoring their opponents 377 to 242. Just in case you needed me to calculate it, that's winning by 26 or more in each game. So Lions are led by head coach Tyler Watkins. The Lions, when I pulled up their roster, very impressive size for any team, and especially for a 1A squad there. I mean, I think I seen 5 guys that were 6'4".
Yeah,
I mean,
that's tough to deal with.
I think, I mean, and they're young, man. I mean, Carter Triplett, sitting down there, sophomore, 6'4", 220. I mean, you got a bunch of sophomores and
only
juniors.
3 seniors on the team. That's
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, so this is going to be one of those teams that
they're going to be good for a little bit.
yeah, they got a few years in them at least, and that's a tough place to play over there at Christian Heritage. I don't know if you've ever been, but
oh yeah, I've been a couple times.
it's a nice place, but it's a tough place to play, and I think that 5-0 is a great start. Now their region, I think, is a smaller region, but I don't know if you want to match up against this team come playoff time, because I think they're just going to get better and better. Let me pull their wins up, and I'll give them a little shout out. You wouldn't believe how many Christian Heritage teams there are.
Oh yeah.
Like I said, they're 5-0. They're in the Single A Division II, Region 7A. That's split into 2 different regions. Mm-hmm. They have wins over Woodland of Cartersville, which is a big school. North Sand Mountain over here in Higdon, Alabama, over toward where I'm at. Haraway Christian Academy. They played Heritage, and then a win over St. Francis. It's about tournament time. I'm looking at all these schedules, and there's tournament times here and there. So I know that the Rome tournament, I can't remember exactly the name of it, Seven Hills something. Anyway, it's got a bunch of teams from around here, including teams like Darlington, Chattooga, Armurchie, Pepperell. Most of the Floyd County schools are in that tournament, and that kicks off, I think, Friday, either Thursday or Friday. But get out and watch some of the tournaments. I'm sure that let's see, Tattnall County is who Christian Heritage matches up against. So that's a competition that you normally wouldn't see, Tattnall against Christian Heritage. So those are the kind of matchups you get sometimes in these tournaments. So be interesting to see. I'm going to go flip the banner over to some of these Tuesday scores. Let's see here. Yesterday, Coosa had a big win over Armurchie, 62-48. Tryon wins over Pepperell. Of course, we talked about the Darlington game, 69-53 over Chattooga. I don't have a score for the Dade County Dalton Academy, so somebody could comment on here and tell us about that one. In 2A, North Murray wins over Fannin. Murray gets a win over Gordon Central. Model shows out over Haralson County. Rockmart wins over Excel Christian. Lafayette beats Bremen in AAA. Ridgeland 68, Gordon Lee 56. That was an interesting game to see that one. LFO 76, Ringo 71. Adairsville gets Cahola Creek. Dalton over Heritage. Cass with another win over Southeast Woodfield. Snorville guys beating Cartersville 70-56. And then
Snorville's good.
Cedartown. Notre Dame, Tennessee comes in and beats Calhoun 65-61. And that was all of our local boys teams. Sorry, I only have the boys scores. Maybe we can get somebody else to do the girls scores, but it takes a while to collect all those. But yeah, those are the scores from Tuesday night. And earlier we were flashing the scores from the previous Friday and Saturday, and maybe we'll get you some live action. Who knows? We might go to some of these tournaments and have some highlights for you next week, and that'd be good to see. But
I know the Pickens girls is going to Pope High School for a tournament on Monday and Tuesday next week, and then the boys, the Dragons, are going to a 3-day tournament with North Murray County, and Southeast Whitfield. That should be a good tournament. Then they're hosting a tournament, a New Year's tournament, I guess you could call it, from the 28th to the 30th. They've got Cartersville coming in and Lassiter coming in, and I believe a whole slew of other teams. So pretty good 3-day tournament there the next couple of weeks.
heck yeah, it sounds like it. Trying to pull up this tournament bracket for the. Let's see, make sure I get it right. Rome Seven Hills Rotary Christmas Tournament, and I believe this will be the 69th annual.
Phew.
And it is
for a while.
Yeah. It's the quest for the gold ball, which is the big gold trophy. I don't know if you've ever seen it or not, but it's pretty nice trophy to put in your trophy case. Obviously, it's not a state championship trophy, but it's a nice trophy to have. Wednesday, or excuse me, it's going to be played at Armurchie High School, and I think the championship game, I believe I read that it is at Berry College.
That'll be a good experience for kids.
Yeah. So, this 12, 16, 17, and then 12, 19, and 20. They have a little graphic. Schools here: Armurchie, Chattooga, Coosa, Darlington, Pepperell. It looks like Model, Unity, Rome, and man, there's one logo I don't know. I'm ashamed to say I don't know the logo. I'll present the slide to you. Not her. This one here. And it is that logo right there. Somebody help me out with that one. Who is that?
I couldn't tell you.
Unless it's Woodland. It might be Woodland.
Maybe.
I can't say what the word says up there. I think it says Woodland Athletics. I think it's Woodland. Sorry, Woodland. I apologize. But anyway, we'll catch some of those, and maybe we can get some different guys with some differing opinions on here next time. Still got no comments coming in. You can comment on here, and normally
give your team some shout outs.
Yeah.
Let us know who's playing.
You know a guy or a gal that's playing, or if you are mother and father, or if you just want to call out and say good job to somebody, or say something about your high school, or whatever.
Give these young men and women some recognition.
Yeah, this is what this is all about. Like we've said before, this is not a paid gig. We're just trying to get information out to people, and recognize some schools. And we'll go back over one more time before we're done. The ladies team of the week, the Pickens County Dragons, and the men's team of the week, the Christian Heritage Lions. And we appreciate the hard work that y'all put in to be 5-0 and 9-0. So there'll be two new groups next week, and we're looking forward to see who it is. I appreciate you joining me there, Mr. RJ.
No problem.
Until next time.